Hey guys, it's Girl with a Tail here. So tonight we are doing another tarot pick a card reading. We're going to be doing what will your first date with your future husband or spouse be like. I might be using the word husband, but you can put in whatever gender fits your scenario, right? But most of the people who watch are ladies who ask questions about their future husband, but you can put whatever genders is for your situation into this, right? So don't be too worried about that. We have 5 groups. I'm gonna be trying to get you some detailed messages about what the first date will be like, but keep in mind that your first date is not necessarily what the whole relationship will be like. Just the first date. We're gonna try to get a picture of that, okay? I have many other videos about many other aspects of your future husband or future spouse, so you can check those out on my channel. So please like and subscribe. It's really helpful to me, and comment which group you chose. So let us start looking at the groups. We have here 5 groups. Group number 1 is Rainbow or Quartz. Group number 2 is Amethyst. Group number 3 is Red Goldstone, my absolute favorite stone ever. And then we're going up here to group number 4, which is white calcite, I believe, and group number 5, which is green malachite. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So let us start with group 1. Let me just move groups 2 to 5 away. Okay, so hello group 1, welcome to your pick a card reading about what will your first date with your future husband or spouse be like. So you chose Rainbow or Quartz, really beautiful stone that you chose here, and you got the Magician, the Devil, the King of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck you got the Sun card. So right away I'm seeing with the Magician and the Devil that this guy is going to be very debonair, very dashing, like a tall, dark, handsome type, you know? He's going to sweep you off your feet. Even if he doesn't fit the description of tall, dark, and handsome, his personality is going to be really charismatic, really suave, smooth. You might even think he's a player when you first meet him with the Magician. He's going to be very smooth, maybe extroverted, flirtatious. With the Devil, he may have a dark side. He may be very lustful. And your first date, he's definitely going to like sweep you off your feet, be very comfortable, be very flirtatious with you, be very affectionate, almost a bit carnal, if that makes sense. You might find him to be a bit too forward for a first date. You know, he's going to try to be all over you, even though it's just the first date with this Devil card, because he definitely has this lustful side. and he can be a little obsessive. See how the lovers there are like chained to each other? He may also have a vice of some kind, or he may take you on a first date that involves a vice, such as gambling, like to a place where you can play cards or do casino games, or it may even be a magic show. He's gonna take you to some form of entertainment, maybe a sports bar or any kind of bar, really. He's gonna take you someplace where there's a lot of movement and action, and there's like an air of like slight mystery or danger, like a bar that maybe sketchy people hang out at. No offense calling anybody sketchy, but he's gonna take you to do something that has an air of danger to it. He may even do something active like bungee jumping. I'm seeing something that will get your heart pumping and racing and get your adrenaline going. You're gonna definitely have your adrenaline going on this first date. It's gonna start off with a huge bang. With the King of Wands, I think that he might be a creative type, like a poet, an actor, an artist, a painter. With how this guy is so suave and sweeps you off your feet, and with the Devil card, he may even sneak you away from someone else. Not necessarily, but he might. You know what I'm picturing? If you guys have ever seen Titanic, I'm picturing Jack from Titanic. The way he approached Rose is kind of how this guy comes in. He's not what you usually used to, but he's like, in a way, too good to be true, and just kind of swoops in and impresses you. And just like Jack, he an artist of some kind, or creative of some kind. He just really dazzles you, and I feel like you find a lot of guys to be stiff and boring, and this guy is anything but stiff and boring. He's very exciting, and the first date is super exciting. With the Four of Swords, even though he makes it look easy because he has that natural air to him, with the Four of Swords, he actually really planned out this date very carefully, right? He sat down and thought about it, but he makes it look really easy. And with this Sun card, it's a very successful first date, and he's someone who can be lighthearted, cheerful. Everything seems to go right for him. He has good vibes. This is a very cheerful, fun, adrenaline rush of a first date. This is a really exciting first date. No dull moments, no awkward pauses. You may even get a bit physical with the Devil card on the first date. Not necessarily anything, don't go outside your comfort zone, but with the Devil card, things may get heated from the very first date. With that Devil card there right next to the Magician, you're definitely being swept off your feet. I want to get some more messages for you guys, right? Because so we have RIGECDD. These could be initials. E. What am I seeing here? I'm actually seeing doe, like a female dare. I feel like the way how he has this Devil and the Magician card, he's a player type, but he doesn't want to play with you. He really wants to capture you, to hunt you like a doe, like how a predator hunts his prey, or you are like a little gazelle to him, like has his eyes on you. And I'm actually seeing here also tiger. I feel like he's represented like that, like the tiger going to pounce, and you are the dare, you know, you're the doe. What else am I seeing here? His name could begin with H, M, D, G, any of these letters really, but especially H and M and D are coming out to me. This is really a very impressive first date. Grit, I feel like he has a lot of courage, like he dazzles you, like he has a lot of spunk and charisma. This is going to be something very memorable, but I'm getting a variety of different scenarios in my head. It could be at a bar, it could be at literally a magic show. There will be something entertaining happening, a concert even. It could even be a simple restaurant, but there will be live music or something. There's going to be something very entertaining happening, or he's going to make it very entertaining for you. You will not be bored at all. And with the devil card, you will probably kiss on the first date, and you may go further because you're really both feeling very lustful towards each other, like you want to pounce on each other. That's all I'm getting really with the letters. I'm also getting right, like even though you're not accustomed to moving this fast, it feels right. With DM there, I feel like he might approach you via your DMs. He might slide into your DMs, your Instagram, your Facebook message. He might be very good at like flirting with you online. He's good at flirting in general. He just has a way with words, and he has a way with you. He has his way with you. So thank you, group number 1. I love reading for you guys. Let's go on to group number 2. Group number 2 was the Amethyst, right? So yeah, the Amethyst. I almost put the other one there. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading about what your first date will be like with your future husband or spouse. Take the genders however they resonate, but I might be using the word husband and he just because many of these viewers are ladies who want to find out about their future husband, but however it resonates for you, you can put in the genders for how it resonates. So you have the 3 of Swords, you have the Strength card. This is very interesting, completely different from the first group. You have the 5 of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the 10 of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so I'm getting 2 different pictures. One is that you have been hurt very deeply in the past, or this person that you're going to date has been hurt very deeply in the past, because the 10 of Swords signifies defeat. Also with the 3 of Swords, it signifies a third party cheating on someone or being cheated on. And with the Strength card, it means that you've been quite strong, you've held your own. The 5 of Swords is conflict, And the Page of Swords is someone who doesn't give up. They have a thirst for knowledge. So I'm getting two messages. It's either that your future spouse or husband has been cheated on in the past and he feels really defeated by this. He's had really difficult relationships, a lot of conflict. He's had to be so strong, and he associates, getting back out there to date with all these negative emotions. Or that could be you. You have been cheated on in the past. You've been through a lot. You've had to learn to be strong, learn to deal with conflict. You felt defeated, and now you're back out there on the dating game. It could be either one of you. It could also be that at the beginning of this first date, one of you is seeing multiple people. You could be multi-dating, like he could be seeing other people at the beginning, or you could be seeing other people at the beginning. So it could be starting off casual with this Three of Swords, and with the Strength card, I'm getting that with some perseverance and a bit of conflict, I'm seeing a little bit of drama, then you eventually become exclusive. But the main message I'm getting here is that you definitely have very deep conversations on this first date, and you reveal negative stuff about your past. You may share a difficult past. You may bond over the fact that you've both been through heartbreak and defeat and different things. There's a lot of talking and comforting each other. You're each other's confidant. This is a very deep first date. One of you may even start to cry, and the other one will hold that person. This is the pictures that I'm getting. Completely different from the first group, which was lighthearted. And this is a very heavy first date where you really come clean about everything that you've been through, and you've been through similar experiences. You divulge a lot of knowledge about each other on this first date. You feel very close and intimate, and the first date feels therapeutic, like a therapy session. It's very unusual for a first date. You may even feel a bit melancholy on this first date, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to share that melancholy, that sadness with someone else. You guys are each other's confidant and strength in a way. Like you're strong for each other and you're strong for yourself. But also this could mean that you were each seeing other people at first and eventually got together exclusively. But the first date, I'm seeing something very intense with this 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. So third parties, conflict, 10 of Swords. I'm sensing that this is the conversation that you're having about everything that you've been through. You're sharing it with each other. You're sharing your journey with each other. So I'm seeing a sit down kind of thing. Sit down dinner, or something where you're in the park, or something where you're able to talk quietly and with each other and really share your life stories. Very, very intense. You may have known this person from before. You may have been friends first and then decided to date each other, because I'm trying to think of how you're able to feel so close on the very first date, because you may have a background. You may even be giving your ex another chance with this 3 of Swords, or it could be a friend. There's a sense of intimacy here. There's also the possibility that this is one of those rare cases where, even though, let's say, it's not an ex or not a friend, you just immediately click and immediately feel comfortable to share your inner self, your deep thoughts with this person. So you can let me know in the comments which one applies to you, but this is a very intense conversation for the first date. you're gonna hash it all out on the table. You're gonna share your traumas with each other. That's what I'm seeing here. I just wanna say that I don't always read the cards like literally. It's also messages that I'm getting intuitively. I'm gonna pull some letters here. W-A-S. Okay, already I have was. So I feel like this is you're sharing your past with each other. Was, past tense. So don't worry about having too much conflict on this first date. This defeat card, strength, 3, a heartbreak, conflict, that's in the past. And you're sharing it with each other. Some of these letters could also be initials, coy. One of you may be a bit coy, a bit shy. I feel like they really see you. You know that song from Avatar, like I see you, like they really see you for who you are. Again, soar. Like you feel very seen and heard by this person. Also getting wise. I think both of you have become wise after all your experiences. The name Stacy is coming into my mind. Also W, names like William. Like Carl is coming, Yvette. Samson, Solomon. S names are coming. But take it how it resonates. So thank you, group number 2. That was a really intense kind of first date. It's very interesting. Also, I think because you talk so much on the first date, there may be like one like tear-streaked kiss, you know, at the end of the date. That's what I'm seeing for you. You may have like one little chaste kiss, whereas the first group was very like hot and heavy. Or there may be like a lot of hugging and just holding each other, just being comforting because of the conversation that you're having. So thank you, group number 2. Is an absolute joy to read for you. So hello to group number 3. Welcome. You picked the Red Goldstone, my absolute favorite stone. I'm wearing it. I love it. I love it. And this is rose quartz. So let's find out what your first date with your future husband or spouse will be like. You got the Hierophant. So this is a good marriage card right away. You got the 4 of Pentacles, self-obsession. The Wheel of Fortune, so many opportunities. The Lovers, very beautiful. I will explain it just now. The 7 of Wands. Okay, let me explain. So with the Hierophant, from the very first date, whether it's him or it's you, someone is seeing someone else as marriage material. Both of you could see each other as marriage material from the first date, or just one of you could pick it up. But someone is thinking this is marriage material from the very first date. You know, some people take time, but you guys might know from the very first date. Also, you guys may be dating for the purpose of getting married. This is not a casual date. The people of this group may not believe in casual dating. They may believe in dating in order to form some kind of intense bond. This group is maybe traditional in the sense of wanting marriage, children, in a certain time frame. And this group may also be hopeless romantics with the Lovers. Okay, so from the very first date, one of you senses, or both of you sense that this is marriage material. With the Four of Pentacles, you may have a tendency to overanalyze, and so may your future husband or spouse. This is the self-obsession card. So you see how the pentacles on his head, and he's holding one, and there. You may feel overwhelmed by your own overanalyzing of things. You need to get out of your head a little bit. So on the first date, you're kind of watching your every move. You're thinking, you might be a little nervous, thinking, I hope nothing's in my teeth. I hope nothing, I hope I'm not sounding weird. I hope I'm not being awkward. I hope this goes well. You're really in your head, kind of being critical and analyzing yourself a lot, and kind of obsessing over yourself, your outfit, everything. And the reason for this is because I think you see this person as a catch, marriage material right away. So you're so glad to be on a first date with them, and you just don't want to mess it up. So you're kind of in your head. Try not to be in your head. With the Wheel of Fortune, you also see them as a great opportunity for advancement in life, because they have a lot to offer you. With this Seven of Wands, I feel like you have struggled a lot in life. And this person represents an easier life to you because they have a lot to offer. But you're not only interested in their help, you're interested in them as a whole. With this, the Lovers card, you're very attracted to them physically, emotionally, mentally. This may be a soulmate or twin flame relationship, which I wouldn't take lightly, because not everyone gets to marry their soulmate or twin flame. The Lovers is very reassuring here. So this first date, both of you may walk away from it feeling like you could potentially fall in love and marry this person right away, or you may already be feeling like very intense emotions from the first date. You're either feeling the potential for marriage and true love, or you already are in it somehow. And I think you might startle yourself with how deeply you feel after just one date. But you definitely feel a bit overwhelmed on this date. With the Seven of Wands as well, it could be a very active first date, like hiking, something active, something outdoors, possibly. If it's not outdoors, you have that feeling of exerting yourself, because you may be exerting yourself mentally by overthinking. But ultimately, this is a successful union and date, and you are immediately wowed by this person. See them as marriage material. From the time you arrive on the date, you're nervous, you're making sure everything's okay, you want everything to be perfect. You're very detail oriented for this date. You carefully plan your outfit, all these kinds of things. With the Wheel of Fortune, this person may be a big spender, and they may take you on a first date where they had to spend a lot. With this Wheel of Fortune, again, you might even go like to a casino, someplace where there's gambling, or you could go to a restaurant or whatever, but there's like an element of luxury here. That's what I'm getting. With this Seven of Wands, and with being active or outdoor, there's still going to be an element of luxury to this person. They have luxury in their life, and they would like to offer it to you. They are a hopeless romantic, and so are you. Even if they weren't before, you guys bring that out in each other. And the first date, you're just very much in love. This feels like young love, puppy love. You just kind of fall into each other very easily. You may sit on the same side as each other rather than sitting facing opposite. You might sit next to each other, so that you can put your arms around each other. Maybe you're at the movies or whatever it is, you're able to. If you're hiking, he has his arm around you. He has his arm around you the whole time. He wants to hold your hand, or you want to hold his hand. There's a lot of physical contact. There's a lot of loving thoughts and loving actions on this first date. There may be very sweet, loving kisses. You might hold each other's faces, caress each other's cheeks, like run your fingers through each other's hair. Very sweet, kind of loving behavior on this first date. That's what I'm getting for you, group number 3. I'm just getting letters here. So we have a J. Someone may be named a J. E. Okay, E's can be in someone's name. B. JB could be someone's initials. You can also switch that around. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm thinking of the name Sean. I'm thinking JB. He may even be named Justin or Jesse. You need another S here. This is a blank. Jesse, Jamie. A lot of J names are coming to mind. Josephine, Johanna, Jordana, Joanna, Joanne, Juliet. Hey guys, so sorry for the change in background. Group number 3, my camera died. But as I was saying, a lot of J names and possibly B names I'm seeing. I'm also getting like bees, as in the birds and the bees, because your love feels very natural, easy, effortless with this Lovers card. The cards were originally in this order: the Hierophant, then this 4 of Pentacles, then the Wheel of Fortune, then the Lovers. So yeah, this date is going to be very romantic, sweet. It's going to feel meant to be. I'm getting like a kind of like an ideal movie first date, you know, where they just know that they're like meant to be together, kind of thing, like a little montage. So that's all I'm getting for group number 3. Thank you so much. It's always a joy to read for you guys, and I'm going to be moving on to group number 4. Hello, group number 4. You picked white calcite. Welcome to your pick a card reading about your first date with your future husband or spouse. You got the 3 of Cups. So that's festivity. The 9 of Wands, hard work, the 9 of Cups, the Hermit, and the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So right away I'm seeing that you guys might be at a party. There's gonna be some kind of celebration going on this first date. This may even be Christmas time, New Year's, depending on what culture you're from. Could be many different celebrations, but this is some kind of big celebration. This is some kind of time of festivity, a party, a birthday. This is gonna come at a time when people are in a celebratory mood. It may even be like people celebrating the winning of a sports game, or celebrating doing well in exams, some kind of celebration. There's going to be a celebratory mood. There's going to be drinks flowing. If you don't drink alcohol, take it how it resonates, but I'm seeing, drinking and cheering, just have a lot of revelry, It's a very celebratory mood. You may even go for drinks, you may do shots, you may toast, you may cheers, it depends on how, but I'm seeing alcohol for sure. It might be wine, might be shots. For those of you that drink, take it how it resonates. If you're too young to drink, it may just be this celebratory feeling, or this very celebratory mood, like someone's birthday or something like that. And you will not be alone on your first date. That's what I'm getting with this 3 of Cups. I know 3 is company, but you unfortunately will not be alone on your first date. You may have like a chaperone, a third person there, a group of friends. I'm seeing many people out together, and even if the other people are strangers, like the 2 of you go to some crowded event, there's gonna be so much activity and people around. This will not be an intimate first date like group number 2 and 3. This is a lot of people are around somehow. So this feels like it's definitely after quarantine, and if it's during, no, it can't be during. It really can't. So if that doesn't resonate, feel free to pick another group. But I'm seeing many people all around on this first date, and a celebratory mood. If there's less people around, it definitely has to be at a seasonal time, like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, New Year's, any of those things. With this 9 of Wands, I feel like you've really been through it when it comes to love, and you feel very wary, maybe a little apprehensive about opening your heart again. 10 signify completion, and 9 is right before that. So you're almost ready. You're not completely ready, but you're almost ready to open your heart again. Also, you see this bandage. I feel like you've been hurt before, and I feel like you've worked very hard on yourself. You may have gone to therapy or journaled, meditated. You've worked really hard on yourself. Some of you, I'm sensing, may have lost a lot of weight or seen some kind of change in your weight. That's what for some of you. It's a very specific message for some of you. Or some of you may have seen some kind of change in your personality. Some of you may have gone from being like a tomboy to being very glamorous, started wearing makeup, started dressing up. There's some kind of change here with this 9, and you've really worked on it. You've really worked on yourself, and you like the results, but it's been hard work. And so that could be what you're celebrating as well. With this 9 of Cups, again, festivity, and 9 of Cups is gluttony. So you may be like feasting. This may even be at a wedding or something, somebody else's wedding, and you guys meet, and it kind of becomes an unofficial first date because you spend maybe the whole wedding together, dancing, eating, drinking, enjoying it. So this may be an unofficial first date, an unplanned thing where, looking back years later, you'll say, that was technically our first date, With this Nine of Cups, one of you might get a little drunk, or you might overeat a little bit. Nine of Cups is gluttony, overindulgence, like feasting. Yeah, so there's a lot of party atmosphere here. It's a lot of celebratory moods here. It's a lot of joy here as well, and a lot of preparation went into this, which is why I say it might be at a wedding that you meet and start hanging out as if you were on a date, or at some kind of celebration, or just a crowded venue where people are in a celebratory mood and people are overindulging all around you. With this Hermit card, I feel like you have been working on yourself, and you kind of, like a butterfly, like you were a caterpillar, you went into your cocoon, you worked on yourself, you were the hermit. I feel like this is your past. You usually stay inside, stay indoors, don't do much. You took your time to work on yourself as the hermit, and now you're almost ready to get back out there, and you might feel a little overwhelmed by all the partying and stuff you see around you, but you're kind of ready to join in, even though you're usually this hermit card, this withdrawn, introverted person. Take that in a nice way, because I too am an introvert, and introverts create their own energy, so they need time to recharge socially, so that's why they have to go into themselves. So you can't always be like this, the festivity card, but this is one of those rare times where you're in this mood. With the Eight of Wands, again, because you're usually like this, the hermit, you feel overwhelmed. This is a card of everything coming at you all at once. You feel overwhelmed by this new love interest. Everybody's around, the cheering, the celebrating of something else. There's love in the air, and there's also like kind of victory vibe in the air. Like, again, this may be a sports team winning, or there's some kind of victorious or celebratory vibe, and you feel a little overwhelmed. You might be like a highly sensitive person or an empath. There may be a crowd and you may not be feeling it, but you're of two minds. On one hand, you're not used to this, and on the other hand, you're thrilled to be a part of things, to be having fun, to be out there, to be trying. Even though you feel a little overwhelmed, you're really excited about this new person. So I'm going to draw some nudges for you. See if we can get more messages about your future person. See what we can learn. Alright. We have A-O-O-I-E. Okay, so a lot of vowels. You may have a lot of vowels in your name, or you may have a lot of vowels in your name. Right off the bat, hope jumps out at me. So if you're feeling like this hermit card right now, and you want to be this festivity card, there's hope for you. Don't give up hope. Every season has to pass. This period of loneliness will pass, okay? It will pass. Have hope. This message is coming through really strong. In fact, it's the main message of this reading, is to just keep hope. There's no L, but I'm getting aloha. This may happen in Hawaii or some kind of tropical location. Or the person may be connected to there for some reason. I'm also getting the name Aisha, Alyssa. With AI, this person might be in IT as well. The person's name could be Hope as well, or something beginning with H or P. or you even. Many different things I'm getting. Harper is another name that I'm getting. Also, you feel that this happened by chance, with these letters being so unusual, but that's all I'm really getting for your letters. Let me know if this resonates. All of the first dates so far have been vastly different. I really like that. And it's an absolute joy to read for you guys, as always. So we're going to go to group number 5. Hi, group number 5. You picked the green malachite. You got the 2 of swords, the king of swords, the 2 of cups, really beautiful. It's the bond card, the temperance card, the 8 of swords. Alright, so already I'm seeing with the 2 of swords that you or this person is really indecisive. You might, with this 2 of swords, you might have 2 options of who to date. You might be dating 2 people, or you may be balancing the option of should I even date or should I remain single. There's some kind of indecisiveness going on. There's some kind of deciding between 2 paths going on in your mind, and you decide to go on this date with this person, but you're still of 2 minds. You're still indecisive about it. You still feel a little blindfolded. Like, you see how you're blindfolded here and you're blindfolded here. With this king of swords, I feel like this could be your energy. You're the type of person to cut people off when you sense that it's not going to work out. But sometimes you are not seeing things clearly because you're blindfolded twice. So sometimes you actually do need to step back, look at the bigger picture carefully, and maybe give the person more of a chance. Because with this 2 of cups, I'm sensing that this first date is with a very significant relationship. Of course, it's your first date with future husband or future spouse, but not everybody gets a soulmate or twin flame as their future spouse or husband. And this with the 2 of cups might be a twin flame or a soulmate. If not, it's still a very harmonious, significant, beautiful bond with this 2 of cups, because the 2 of cups is literally the bond card. You're suited to each other, you're made for each other. It's not an awkward first date. It flows smoothly and nicely. Even though you have inner indecisiveness, I feel like the guy kind of leads you through this date. He's very much courting you, not just dating you. He's courting you. Also with this 8 of swords, this talks about unresolved, self-imposed insecurities and self-imposed restrictions. How she's blindfolded in the middle of swords, but nobody's actually around. Some of your negative thoughts are really self-imposed. Yeah, maybe people have told you negative things in the past, but you keep reinforcing it by telling yourself negative things. You need to watch your inner self-talk, this group. I feel like you think poorly of yourself and you say bad things to yourself. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, but that's what the message that's coming through. And I feel like this person with the 2 of cups helps to show you your beauty from the very first date onwards. So at first you were unsure about yourself, really. And this person comes in and smooths everything out. Also with this temperance card, I feel like this may be many months in the future or like a year or two. There's definitely like a bit of time to wait, months to a few years. And I know that sounds really disappointing, but depending on who's reading this, who is watching this, and who I'm reading for, you may be at the beginning of this waiting period, or you may be at the end. But the point is that there will be a waiting period, a lull between relationships before you get with your future spouse on the first date. You will be coming from a time where you had to be patient and patiently wait on the right one. You won't be going from one to the next, to the next, to the next. This will come after a time of self-reflection, thinking, making choices, removing self-imposed limitations, all these things. This will come then. So temperance, it's just reminding you to have patience, because there's good things stored up for you already. I'm seeing them, but you need to be patient and, to keep working as hard as you can towards what you want. With this Two of Cups, this is going to be a really sweet, easygoing first date. It's going to feel like a friendship turned into love. You may even feel like it's moving too fast. You may ask him to have patience with you, especially with the self-imposed limitations. And with the King of Swords, that could also be his energy. Maybe he's the type to cut people off quickly, and he needs to learn to have patience. He might be hot-blooded, hot-tempered, that sort of thing. That's all I'm getting for group number 5, our final group, and we're going to look at your messages from the ledger tile. Guys, if you can't tell, I'm so sleepy, so I apologize if I sound sleepy, but I really wanted to film this video. I really enjoy reading for you guys. So right away, I'm getting lore, as in the name Lauren. I'm also getting this or like aura. Like this person has a really positive aura and you're naturally drawn to them. Could be Raul. It could be Paul with a P. Also getting the word haul. Maybe this person has a YouTube channel or loves to shop, or you love to shop. Tall is also coming to me, even though it's not spelled with a U, it's just T-A-L-L. Just the sound of it all. Tall is coming to me. This person might be quite tall. I feel like as though you are in a rut right now. Like you very much want this person to hurry up and come, but you need to, wait on something that's worthy of you. They are coming. You just have to be ready when they do come. You can let me know what else resonates. Person's name might begin with a D, an H. Dennis, Dexter. Many different D names. Dylan. Donald. Drake. Many different D names. Also with H-O-D, this person may be the head of their department at work. I'm seeing a kind of powerful man with the King of Swords, who has a lot of support. With a P, this person's name could also be Ralph. It could also be Hugo. I'm seeing many different possibilities here. But that's all I'm seeing so far for group number 5. I hope that resonated with you. Your date is definitely like low-key restaurant, something relaxing where you two can express your bond with each other. It may even be at your house, like a home date. So thank you for allowing me to read for you. It's always a pleasure, guys. Really enjoy reading for you. Bye-bye, guys.